So I didn't get that video out in time for the update. Oh well. But now that it's done, I can finally open this. Psych! The new Kingdom Hearts game just came out, and I'll be honest, the 2 months without Invert, plus all the time I spent complaining about it, really drained my excitement for 3D Mario. So I'm going to play through the mellow soundscape that is Traverse Town, and I'll be back after the game tests. Not much to it. Link inside. No manuals anymore. Game is just a logo. Whatever, I'll have fun with it. Speaking of Traverse Town, I forgot to test the Kingdom Hearts games. Not sure how I forgot about my favorite series of all time. Oh, it was on a different shelf. Anyway, I'll tack these games on after the original test, along with a couple others that I missed. Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. Power on. Oh yeah. And right now we've got A Wonderful Life going. I already know this one is inverted by default and you can't change it. But I'll show it off anyway. Year 1. Okay, at one point I was a lot farther than that, but my game got corrupted, which is a terrible thing to happen, especially in a Harvest Moon game. But here's Muffy. Alright. So this is the game that started it all for me. Inverted camera controls. This game doesn't have Y camera, just X. It does the Y-axis itself. By the way, this looks bad. Isn't that S-Video? Oh, is that better? I think it's better now. Yeah. Yeah, that looks better. Invert only. Super Mario Sunshine. I promise you, this is just random. Second game though. So we've got options for rumble, for sound, and for subtitles, but no invert camera. I think this is also another complaint a lot of people had about the 3D All-Stars. You can't skip cutscenes. But yeah, inverted camera. And here's Flood, so I guess we'll test him out. Assuming I get him right away, I don't remember. And obviously the reason why everybody wanted Sunshine right after Odyssey is, I think they play the closest. Invert only. Sonic Gems collection. I don't think there's any 3D in here. Well, there's Sonic R. And it's got extras, it's got hints, credits, which I don't really see that as an extra. And well, that's it. But at least it's something more than a soundtrack. I know it's not technically a GameCube game, but it is playing on the GameCube, so. Turns out there is no camera control. Camera follows you. There is a sort of like L and R shift. But yeah, for the most part, camera just moves with you. So that one is, well, doesn't count. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. Down, I'm less concerned about, but that is inverted. Invert only. Next game, NBA Street, Volume 2. I guess it's lawn mowing day. Yeah, so you don't really move the camera in this game. And to be honest, I don't even know how to play this game. This one was never mine. So, that's all there is to it. Sonic Adventure. This is one of the first games, if not the first game, that we got on GameCube. So I remember we had it on Dreamcast, but it was better on GameCube. Unfortunately, because I mean, it's the second game. Yeah, inverted X and inverted Y. Cool. Next up, Tony Hawk's Underground. So yeah, we are inverted. Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. So, I'm pressing right, he's looking left. Or the camera's panning left. Luigi's Mansion. It's not really moving the camera, it's just moving him, which is interesting. And this kind of moves the camera. Why? That's inverted. Why do you keep saying Mario? You're your own guy. Come on, Luigi, you should have more dignity than that. Stand on your own. You're not Mario's brother. You're Luigi. Invert only. Don't put a little asterisk. Okay, next up. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. It's kind of a Jake case. Pro Skater 4 is all inverted. Invert only. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Actually, no, I mean, there's no camera control in Smash, right? So I'll skip that. Mario Kart Double Dash. Another Jake case. What the heck? Okay, let's go. Caught a fish, that's cool. Double dash, couldn't check it. So, next up, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's a Game Crazy case. Alright. Oh yeah, so C-Stick in this game does some items. Wow. That is the jakest crouch I've ever seen. It just kind of moves on its own. Makes sense, seeing as it's a N64 game. Like I said, they didn't have all this figured out yet, so this one goes under no control. Mario Party 4. I don't think there's camera control in this game. Next up, Wario World. Y-axis is inverted. but for the most part, it seems like you don't change the camera. This is the weirdest mechanic I've ever seen. Just moves the camera 6 inches over. Okay, camera is non-inverted, y-axis. Did I get that wrong a second ago? Yeah, because that is not inverted. Yeah, y-axis is non-inverted. And x-axis is just a weird shift. Shadow the Hedgehog. People like to rag on this game. I like it. No, seriously, I love this game. I'll take all the edginess from Shadow the Hedgehog. It is inverted by default, and there were no options to change it. So, Shadow the Hedgehog, invert only. And you can choose which side to be on? I mean, that's awesome. That's like Infamous before Infamous came out. Another Sonic game, Sonic Heroes. Okay, yeah, it's going first person again, non-invert. Oh, but while we're moving, it does not do first person. And it's kind of a, yeah, it's inverted in third person. It's kind of hard to capture that. Next up, Crash Nitro Kart. I was about to say Crash Team Racing, but I guess that's not what it is. Okay, accelerate is A, which is weird. That's not what this is about, but let's see, there is no camera. It said, in the options, it said camera C-stick, but it's not really doing anything. It's just brings you closer or further from the camera. Alright, Def Jam Vendetta. I don't know if you change the camera in this game, but we'll test it out. Obviously, I'm going to be Ghostface. I don't really care who I'm fighting. I'll fight Spider, whoever that is. We'll go to Da Bridge. Okay, so it seems like it's a fixed camera. C-stick is just making him do some actions. I don't know. And then the last game I have in this little batch here, Harvest Moon Magical Melody, which, to be honest, I don't think you can change the camera in this game. I think it's just an overhead fixed view. Haven't played in quite some time. Yeah, so C-stick is your items. There's no camera control outside. It's all top down. It's very close. So that does it for my little sample size of GameCube games. Like I said, I didn't have much. A lot of them are probably packed in boxes or just in other houses, other rooms, I don't know. But from what I have, most of them are invert only without the option to change. And a lot of them are no control. Only one of them was non-inverted, and that was a game, it was Wario, where you didn't really need to move the camera that much. And not a single one of them gave you the options to switch, which is odd. I don't like that. But, yeah, at least for GameCube and this sample that I had, all of the games pretty much were inverted camera. So there you have it. Moving on to the PS2 games. SOCOM 3 US Navy SEALs. Gotta be honest, I've never played this. So it doesn't like that I have a PS1 controller. hooked up. I don't know why. This thing is very dusty. But it turned on. Okay. So it's working. Control, here we go. Pitch. So I'm guessing pitch is what, y-axis? I don't know what's happening now. Is it loading or is it locked up? Aim pitch inverted. So let's go to normal. And yeah. Now it is non-inverted. Lets you invert Y but not X. Next up, Sonic Mega Collection Plus. I mean, this only has 2D games except for 3D Blast, and that's isometric without camera changes, so that's no control. Next up, Call of Duty 3. Another war game, great. So by default, invert is disabled. So let's start the game and see what that's like. Alright, looking right and pans right. Pressing left, pans left, down, down, up, up. Do invert aim. Okay, it's not inverted. Y is inverted. X is not. So that goes into the dumb category. Dot hack infection. Been a long time since I played this game. Alright, options, controller, camera rotation is opposite. Okay, so by default, the right stick does zooms. Okay, so yeah, invert. Let's do an inverted X, inverted Y. And then controller, oh, I have B2 selected, B1. B1 is also inverted. Okay. Virtua Fighter 4. That doesn't have camera control, I already know that. Bully. Okay, so by default, it is not inverted X and not inverted Y. So, Bully is non-invert. Next up, Fight Night Round 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game's not working. I don't really care about Fight Night, so... Sonic Riders. Or it would be if it was in there. It's not in the case, so... Next up, Tycho doesn't have a camera. Next up, Champions of Norrath. X-axis is inverted by default, and there's no options to change it. Or, okay, reverse camera inputs on. Okay, and now it's inverted. Okay. Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. prowling the grounds. If this doesn't let us prowl, then I don't know what will. Okay, here we go. So camera x-axis is inverted. Y, well, it doesn't really let us change Y right now. Options, controls. Oh, so that's just Binocucom. Okay, it did say that, I didn't even realize. Okay, so Sly Cooper, invert only, unless you're using a Binocucom or a turret. Next up, the golden compass. Okay, I'm on a polar bear. There's no camera movement right now, except for, I mean, it's following me when I do the X, or the left stick. 2 of the 4 screenshots show you on the bear. One of them's just a close-up of a compass, and the other one, you're like the girl attacking a tree. But the main menu had aim options. I couldn't experience them. That's a tough one. I'm just going to give it to non-invert default, even though I didn't get a chance to test it. DDR Max 2. I'm just going to go ahead and say that this has no camera control. Sly 2 and the Band of Thieves. One of my favorite games. Okay, so it's pretty dark on the screen, but it is inverted on both axes by default, and you can't change it unless you're talking about the Binocucom, which I'm not interested in. So invert only. Madden 06. Again, I think it just probably doesn't have camera control. Fixed, I'm guessing. Jack 2. Okay, y-axis is just a zoom, but x-axis is inverted. Harvest Moon, An Innocent Life. I had this game on PSP. Never played it on PS2. It's a very solemn and slow Harvest Moon. It's good though, I like it. I'm indoors and there's no camera controls. Then again, it's like that in a lot of games. Wow, I'm being dragged out. And I don't think it's going to let me move anytime soon. And when it does, I'm pretty sure it's all fixed camera. It's kind of top down anyway. I'm going to say no control. Monster Hunter. Okay, I'm running that. Okay, this, I don't know how I just ran. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and say no camera control. Maybe that's different when it's I get out into the world map. I don't know. I never played this game. But yeah, no control. Alright, now we got Ratchet and Clank. Invert X, invert Y. So, Ratchet and Clank. See, there's no options to change it. Oh, there is now. There wasn't on the menu. Camera. Left-right movement, reversed. Up-down movement, reversed. Okay, and now it is non-inverted. So, next up, Shrek 2. By default, okay, y-axis is zoom, but it is not inverted by default. Options. Next up, Harvest Moon, Save the Homeland. I can skip to an extent. Here's Knack, Flack, and Jack, or whatever their names are. Nick, Knack, and Flack. Alright, so, camera controls. It is inverted on the x-axis, and we didn't really have any options, so inverted only. Next up, Maximo. No control. The camera moves when you walk, but you cannot control it with the right analog. Next up, Lagaia 2. Lagaia 2, Dual Saga. Okay, so now we get to walk around, and again, there is no camera movement, it's fixed. So, another no control. Next up, Final Fantasy X. Actually, no. There is no Final Fantasy X. Probably a long intro anyway. I don't think I have a save file on either of these memory cards. Okay, last couple games on Grand Theft Auto. Pretty sure I don't have save files on here. And those take forever to load up, in my experience. In my memory, I mean. Jam Pack, which is just some demo discs, but it has Shadow of the Colossus and Bumpy Trot, Steambot Chronicles. Gran Turismo. It's a racing game. It might have camera controls. I really don't care to check. So, like I said, that's my sample size. Okay, here we go. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. That's nice. This has some artwork in the middle, on the inside. No manual, of course. The womp. Blinking hearts. Come on. And now, Mario. Anybody else find it odd how you put it in label facing you? Feels so weird after playing Game Boy Color. There we go. So there's a new update. Let's start it without the update and see what it's like. Press A. So yeah, we got this very simple menu. And then you got your soundtracks. To check the controls, so you can check them but not change them originally. Our update's done. We'll check that in a few minutes. See, it's one of those where it says controls, it shows you the controls, but it doesn't let you change them. So there's no, Rumble subtitles. There was a third option before, wasn't there? Oh yeah, intro's not that long. Okay. Alright, and now the update should be installed. Options, horizontal camera, inverted. Horizontal Mario cam. And there we go. Inverted Mario. It's all I've ever wanted. Hey, I skipped it. Dang it, wrong button again. Too many screenshots. Here we go. invert all of that. Haha. Works like a charm. I could do Galaxy too, but I have no experience with Galaxy. I'll play it at some point, but yeah. Inverted Mario. Nintendo got the update out, and that's good. Anyway. I'm not going to play that because I've got Kingdom Hearts review to finish up. Then again, I have to put Remind out before this, and I wrote Remind, the review for it, almost a year ago. So I'm going to try to get that out first. Also have a farming video coming out. You'll know what I mean when I see it. You see it. And more Final Fantasy VII. So a lot of videos coming. And so thanks for watching. Hey, I'm Bobby Hopkins, and welcome to my TED Talk. Today we're going to be talking about inverted camera controls and why they make more sense than you may think.